There are mistakes that poultry farmers only learn from after losing money, after their birds die, after their poultry farm worker has disappointed them. The painful part is that most of these mistakes are avoidable. So in this video, I want to share with already existing poultry farmers those costly mistakes. Let me start with the one that you spend more money on, which the first costly mistakes that most poultry farmers make is around feed. Okay, so let's say cheap feed. We have cheap that are cheap. Cheap feed is always more expensive. Why am I starting with feed? I'm starting with feed because feed is going to be costing you about 60 to 75% on the cost of production, which is the highest in raising birds. You're going to be spending up to 60 to 75%. It's funny to say this, that the higher the quality of a feed, the more expensive that feed will be. The lower the quality, the cheaper the feed will be. It's funny anyway, but just see it like this. When you feed your birds, when you feed them a cheap feed, which is poor quality feed, it means that if you are raising those birds for say 6 weeks, those birds will not reach that target weight after 6 weeks, which means invariably the birds are going to be staying longer. They will stay longer in the farm because you still have to keep them longer for them to reach sizable weight. And when you keep them longer, remember, due to a poor feed, and assuming the birds are supposed to eat, like maybe you're raising 100 birds and they're supposed to eat like 19.2 bags, or let's say 20 bags, and you bought a poor feed, the birds finishes that 20 bags and still they don't meet the target weight that you have in mind, which means they're going to stay longer. If they stay longer, you're going to be buying that poor feed again more, and at the end of the day you notice that you are spending more money buying feed, which makes it expensive. Okay, which will make it expensive, which means you'll be spending more. Many farmers focus only on feed price but ignore feed quality and performance, which is very bad. And poultry farming is not just about spending less, but it's all about the profit, right? So the faster you get to your goal, the more profits you will make. The second mistake that poultry farmers eventually learn in a hard way is your farm workers are not the same thing as the owner. Okay, they are not every worker will treat your farm like you do. Okay, some workers actually, okay, just see like this: the farm workers are the employees. Okay, the owner is the employer. This is just a basic business concept. Although some farm workers are honest, okay, some of them are honest, some are hardworking, but most times some are careless, some lose motivations easily, some leave suddenly. This one is the most painful one. And if your entire farm operation depends completely on that particular farm worker, you will suffer when that person leaves. Okay, so just know that not all farm workers will treat your farm exactly how you do. It's a mistake that most poultry farmers learn the hard way. The third mistake that most poultry farmers make and learn from eventually is delaying treatment can cost you more money. Okay, say if you delay treatment, it will eventually cost you more money. Let's put it this way. Okay, many farmers actually try to save money by delaying treatment. They will notice a sign, okay, in few birds, but they will keep hoping that the birds will eventually turn back to recover. And before they can react, before you know what is happening, that particular sign, that sickness will spread among all the birds, and now they will eventually have to treat the flock, the batch, and it will cost them more money. So if you notice anything, most times you start getting mortality. So if you notice anything, don't delay the treatment. Okay, don't delay the treatment, because if you delay the treatment, eventually maybe you're delaying it to save money. Eventually you spend more trying to handle that issue. The fourth poultry farming mistake that farmers costly poultry farming mistake that farmers eventually learn something from very late is around biosecurity. Okay, they don't take biosecurity seriously until disease enters the farm. Some farmers ignore this thing very well. Okay, at times they allow people enter the farm anyhow. Maybe you call your church people to come and pray, and they come, enter from one pen to the next, wearing the same shoe, wearing the same clothes, and they came from outside wearing that same shoe. There is possibility they've ignorantly stepped on maybe another fecal droppings outside, maybe from birds, pigeon. You get the point? Maybe you've been allowing people into your farm anyhow and nothing happens, but eventually one day something might happen, and if disease enters the farm, then you will realize the importance of biosecurity. In poultry farming, prevention is always cheaper. Okay, we try to prevent. That's what biosecurity is. Prevention is, as they say in other things, when it comes to humans too, they say prevention is better than cure. The fifth costly mistake that most poultry farmers make is around record keeping. They don't take it serious. Okay, I know record keeping, I think one of the most boring things in the farm is recording. When you finish the entire activity for the day, anything you do, you just go to you bring pen and paper, you write it down, and at the end of the day, for us that are documenting our own in Excel file, you still bring out that paper that you wrote everything, and then bring out computer and start inputting everything one by one. Actually, it's a boring task, but many farmers don't keep records, especially when starting. They buy feed, you buy feed as a farmer, you buy drugs, you sell birds or eggs, but you don't keep track. The number, you don't keep track, and later you don't even know what is going on in the farm, whether you are really making profit or whether you are making loss, because you are using guesswork. Record keeping is part of business. Good record keeping helps you to see what is working. It can be in drugs. These particular drugs normally work well for these birds that I brought from this particular hatchery. Okay, record keeping will tell you, okay, when I brought these birds from this hatchery, I gave them this. Or maybe you always get birds from a particular hatchery, and then there are different days you are bringing. You say, okay, when I brought these birds on a Tuesday, these drugs, they responded well to these drugs, but the ones I brought on Friday didn't respond well. So trying these other drugs, it responded well. It's part of the record keeping. Okay, so record keeping tells you what is working. It helps you know what is wasting your money and where your profit is going to. That is what record keeping helps you do. And if, as a farmer, if you are not doing this, it's a very big mistake, a costly one at that. You may not know what's happening until something goes wrong, and then you will know that record keeping is very, very vital. The sixth costly mistake that most poultry farmers make is costly. It may not have cost you now, but it will cost you later. It's presence. Your presence matters a lot. Okay, presence matters. Okay, let's put here. Your presence matters more than people might think. Okay, one thing many farmers realize late is that presence. When the owner of a farm is absent, okay, when the owner is absent, a lot of things go wrong. Things will slowly start changing. You see small mistakes, okay, they may be small. Let me put small here. Small mistakes will start increasing. It will start going up. Attention, the farm workers may not really be paying closer attention. You remember what we said, I think, in the second mistake. Farm workers are not the same thing as the farm owners. Okay, now your presence, if you are not always around, everything will go wrong. Okay, so you need to always, you don't have to do the work actually yourself, you get, because you have farm workers doing it for you. You don't actually have to do the physical work yourself, but your presence in the farm matters. How many times should you be coming in a week? You may be coming unannounced twice, 3 times, 4 times a week. You might even be coming every day announced. It doesn't matter. But your presence, the poultry farm needs your presence. The seventh costly mistake that most poultry farmers make that costs them a lot is doing the work themselves, all by themselves. Okay, working alone. Working alone. It might seem effective at the start, but man, burnout is real. Poultry farming can drain you. It can exhaust you. You know, as a farm owner, regardless, you have to show up every day. So when you decide to do everything by yourself, you get exhausted. And when you get exhausted, mentally self, you get exhausted. You notice that your decision making and your observation ability will go down. It will diminish. That's why balance is important. This balance, I mean, you need to employ someone. Yeah, the person you employed can also get tired and get drained. That's also why you have to give them break. Over here we do rotational. People work, one person work for 2 weeks and then go for break. Another person work for 2 weeks. And that way we rotate it. So for their own personal growth as well. But you as a poultry farmer working alone, you think you are saving everything to yourself, but at the end it's going to cost you a lot. Either you burn out and end up in the hospital where you now spend more money there. You get the point? So working alone is actually a very big costly mistake, especially if you have a bigger number of birds that you raise per time. Maybe you can work alone when you are raising something like 50, 100, 150, 200 birds, broiler or layers. But once you started entering that 300, that means you can make profit enough to pay someone. Don't work alone. The eighth mistake that most poultry farmers make that is costly is expanding too fast. Expanding too fast. Expansion on its own is not bad though, okay? But if you expand too fast, it can destroy your poultry farm operation and your poultry farm business entirely. Just see it like this. Let's assume that you have a pen house, okay? And let's assume that this pen house can house 500 birds, maybe broilers or layers, depending. Let's say broilers, okay? It can house 500 broilers, and somehow maybe cost of day old chicks came down. Instead of stocking your regular 500 for that particular pen house that you have, you decided to stock 600. You've already done expansion, very fast rate expansion. Before you do this expansion, that's jumping into, you are rushing things. Okay, for you to be able to do this expansion, remember this pen house can only house 500. Now you stock 600. That means you have excess of 100, right? When the birds grow, this particular pen house will not be enough for them. That means for you to expand, there are gradual things that you need to do. Number one, you have to expand your structure or build another pen house. Number two, you need to expand your cash flow, because you have budget to raise 500 birds, maybe a little money entered your hand, then you overstock. You can't feed 500 birds with the budget of feeding 600 birds. You can't feed 600 birds with the budget of feeding 500 birds. I mean to say, you get the point. You see, at the end of the day, it's an expensive mistake. Let's say at times when you expand to increase number, increase size of the structure, you need more hands. One person, two people can no longer manage that. So expanding too fast can destroy your farm. If you must expand, consider structure. You need to expand structure as well. Consider management, people who are working for you. Consider cash flow. Okay, if you're expanding, make sure that you have all these things. The structure have expanded, the money to run that particular number of birds that you brought is there, and also you have people, capable hands to help assist, because farm operation now have increased. You get the point? So I think these 8 points are one of the some of the costly mistakes that I can remember right now that most poultry farmers make, and it will cost them a lot. Now if you are new watching our channel, make sure you subscribe. Okay, if you have any question or comment, leave it in the comment section. If you like what you just learned, make sure to click the like button, and feel free to share to other farmers. And also, if you are new to poultry farming and you are looking for where can I learn, maybe you are not new yet, or maybe you are an existing poultry farmer but you know that you are doing some things wrong, you say, how do these guys do this thing? I suggest and recommend that you enroll to the broiler video course on Udemy. Okay, I will leave the link in the description of this video. So you just go there, check out the course, check what you are going to learn, because the course covers everything that has to do with broiler, starting with preparation, even construction, budgeting, day-to-day management, budgeting is the biggest part though. You get the point. You have to budget and know how much you have before you bring broilers into your farm. And at the end of raising the birds, day-to-day activity, we'll talk about the sales. You need to know how much you should sell, how to sell as well. That's what the broiler video course covers. It's just a place where you learn everything about broiler business. That's it for this video, guys. See you next time.